Men in Black 2 is a 2002 American comedy science fiction action spy film starring Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. The film also stars Lara Flynn Boyle, Johnny Knoxville, Rosario Dawson, Tony Shalhoub and Rip Torn. The film is a sequel to the 1997 film Men in Black and was followed by Men in Black 3, released in 2012. This series of films is based on the Malibu, Marvel comic book series The Men in Black by Lowell Cunningham. A video game partly based on the film was released in 2002 titled Men in Black 2. Alien Escape. Agent J must bring Agent K back from retirement when the evil Kylothian, Serlina, comes to Earth looking for the Light of Zartha, a source of great power that will destroy the entire Earth if it doesn't leave the planet soon. Plot. 5 years after Agent K's retirement, Agent J is now a top operative for MIB, the New York City-based agency that secretly monitors and regulates extraterrestrials' activity on Earth. J's former partner, L, decided to return to work in a morgue, leaving J without a partner, and those he has recruited do not live up to his standards. Once in the agency, he neuralizes them to erase their memories before returning them to their previous lives. Jay is called to investigate the murder of an alien owner of a pizzeria. He interviews the waitress, Laura Vasquez, learning that the murderers were 2 other aliens, Serlina, a shape-shifting Kylothian which has taken the form of a lingerie model, and Scrat, a 2-headed alien working for Serlina. Laura states they were looking for the Light of Zartha. Though MIB rules state that he should neuralize Laura, Jay has become infatuated with her, and lets her go. Jay finds the Light of Zartha is a potent weapon, but the only trace of information is tied to K. Jay goes to Truro, Massachusetts to find K, now working as the postmaster of the town, and convinces him aliens exist by showing the other postal workers are aliens. K agrees to go back to New York City. As they start the deneuralizing process at MIB headquarters, Serlina and Scrat launch an attack on MIB, causing the facility to go into lockdown. J and K are evacuated from headquarters before the process is complete. J takes K to Jack Jeebs to use his illegal deneuralizer. K regains his former MIB memories, but reveals that he has neuralized himself years before regarding the light. He left himself a series of clues. At the pizzeria, they find a locker key. While there, Laura expresses concern for her safety, and Jay takes her to stay with the worm guys. The key opens a locker in Grand Central Station occupied by a society of tiny aliens who worship K as their deity. The aliens give them a video store membership card. At the video store, they find a tape that fictionalizes the story of the Light of Zartha, but watching it causes K to recall the truth. In the past, he and other MIB met the Zarthan Queen Lorana when she arrived on Earth. She requested they keep the light safe, but MIB was concerned about any retribution. Serlina suddenly arrived and killed Lorana. K activated Lorana's ship which lured Serlina away, giving them time to hide the light. Despite these memories, K is unaware of what the light actually is, but does know that if it is not returned to Zartha soon, it will explode and destroy Earth. They return to the worm guys to find that Laura has been kidnapped by Serlina, believing a bracelet she wears is the light. J, K, and the worm guys launch an attack on headquarters, enabling them to free Laura and the other agents. Serlina attempts to flee but is eaten by Jeff, a giant worm-like alien living in the New York subway. Laura's bracelet leads them to a skyscraper where they find a ship ready to launch and return the light to Zartha. J and K finally realize that Laura is the light as the daughter of Lorana. K remains coy when J questions if he is her father. J and Laura are hesitant to let her go, but K convinces them it is for the good of the planet. As the ship starts to take off, Serlina, now occupying the form of Jeff, attempts to snatch the ship, but J and K kill her in time, and the ship departs. Later, K and MIB chief Zed try to console Jay by moving the tiny locker-dwelling alien society, which now worships Jay, into Jay's MIB locker. When Jay suggests showing the miniature creatures that their world is bigger than a locker, K shows Jay that the human universe is itself a locker within an immense alien train station. Cast: Tommy Lee Jones as Agent K, Kevin Brown, Will Smith as Agent J, James Darrell Edwards III, Rip Torn as Chief Zed, Lara Flynn Boyle as Selena, Johnny Knoxville as Scrad and Charlie, Scrad's second head, Rosario Dawson as Laura Vasquez, Tony Shalhoub as Jack Jeebs, Patrick Warburton as Agent T, Jack Keller as Ben, David Cross as Newton, Colum Jacobson as Haley, Giancarlo Esposito as Agent G, John Alexander as Jara, Michael Jackson as Agent M, Peter Graves as himself, Tim Blaney as Frank the Pug, Nick Hannon as MIB Autopsy Agent. Production. Despite some initial involvement from David Coep, the script was written by Robert Gordon and later revised by Barry Fanaro. Sonnenfeld took issue with the producer's focus on the love story between Will Smith's and Rosario Dawson's characters, saying that, "I learned on Wild Wild West that audiences didn't want to see Will as the straight man, and until Tommy comes back into the movie. By definition, Will's the straight man." Fanaro condensed the first part of the film and brought Agent K in earlier. The climax of the film was originally to have taken place at New York City's World Trade Center. However, this had to be changed following the destruction of the buildings in the September 11 attacks. The day after the attacks of September 11, a spokesperson for the studio said that the ending would be refilmed. Supervising sound editor Skip Lee F. used a synclavier to recreate and improve the original recording of the neuralizer sound effect from the first film by removing some distortion. For some of the scenes with the Selena creature, the sound crew took tree branches, put them inside a rubber membrane and pushed that around and added some water. For the special effects scene where the subway train is attacked by Jeff the Worm, a specially designed vice was used to crush a subway car and make it look as if it had been bitten in half. Music. The motion picture soundtrack to Men in Black 2 was released on July 2, 2002 by Columbia Records. Release. Critical reception. Men in Black 2 received mixed reviews. It received a 39% rating on Rotten Tomatoes based on 193 reviews and a Metacritic score of 49. A.O. Scott of the New York Times said that, within the trivial, ingratiating scope of its ambition, though, the sequel is pleasant enough, and, noting the huge array of aliens designed by Rick Baker, said that the film really belongs to Mr. Baker. A review in The Hindu called the film worth viewing once. Another review from Digital Media FX magazine praised the spaceships as looking very realistic, but criticized many of the simpler visual effects such as the moving backgrounds composited behind the car windows using blue screen. In August 2002, Entertainment Weekly placed the Worm Guys among their list of the best CG characters, and said that the enlarged roles of both Frank the Pug and the Worm Guys in Men in Black 2 was beneficial for the tiring franchise. The film earned a Razzie Award nomination for Lara Flynn Boyle as Worst Supporting Actress, but she lost the award to Madonna for her cameo in Die Another Day. Box office. Men in Black 2 was a commercial success, although not to the extent of the original. Released theatrically on July 3, 2002, Men in Black 2 was number 1 on its opening weekend with revenue of $52,148,751. The film held the number 1 position in its second week with revenue of $24,410,311, a 53.2% decrease from the previous week. The third week saw a 40.4% decrease, with the revenue of $14,552,335, coming in at number 3. After the first month, the film remained at fourth place, with revenue of $8,477,202. Men in Black 2 fell out of the top 10 after 6 weeks. After 62 days of release in North America, Men in Black 2 grossed $190,418,803, 43.1% of the film's worldwide revenue of $441,818,803 came from North America.